What's up, everybody? It is Brian Jester, co-founder here at Occupy Fantasy, and we're here with some PGA DFS picks and lineup advice, both FanDuel and DraftKings for the first major of the year, the PGA Championship over at TPC Harding Park. In this video, we're going to use the tools at OccupyFantasy.com to help give you some top plays, talk about some projected ownership, some lineup strategies to use, what this course is like, and any other tidbits that you can use to help create profitable lineups on FanDuel and DraftKings. We're going live tonight on Twitch, 10 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/OccupyFantasy. Go ahead and subscribe there. Follow us there. Remember that Twitch subscribers do get access to our Discord channel where our members are talking about all sorts of daily fantasy sports. And join us live tonight for a live Q&A. Also, before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. That gets you access and notifications to all of our latest videos, PGA, UFC, and perhaps some more now that more sports are getting started here. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Any comments, questions, lineup help you need, comment below in the comment section, and we'll get back to you before the slate starts Thursday morning. All right, what you see on screen here is the cover boy of our daily plug, Mr. Tiger Woods. Remember that the daily plug, OccupyFantasy.com, is written by Nir Amada, a top PGA DFS player. He gives his top plays for the week and then talks about how to construct your lineups. Really helpful and useful article. And then he comes in on Wednesdays, which we'll talk about here in a second, and gives the Wednesday betting market update, which just nails winners, top tens every single week in addition to his picks, in addition to our Occupy model. So a very important update, and we'll come back to this section in a couple minutes here. But I wanted to get started and talk about this course and what this means for our DFS contest this week. Now, it's at TPC Harding Park out in the Bay Area, and this is a public course, but they don't play here very often. There isn't a ton of data on this course for what your typical winner, your typical top 10 C, just because there haven't been that many events here. The last time it hosted a PGA event was back in 2015, the match play. Rory took it down. And then it also hosted an event back in 2005. So I have to do a lot of comparables here, look at what similar type courses mean. And this course is going to be really tough. It's going to play really, really tough. As you see here, as Nir Amada writes out in his course information section, 7,200 plus yard course, par 70. It's going to be tight fairways, really long drives, tons of par fours. It's going to be really tough, not to mention because it is in the Bay Area. We're going to see temperatures in the 50s in the morning, get up to maybe 70 in the afternoon. Some guys have been talking this week that are playing the course that their TrackMan devices, the analytics, the ball tracking devices that a lot of these pros use, their numbers are way down just because of the thick, dense air, some of the wind, how cold it is. So it's going to play really tough when you add in how the course is designed in addition to the weather. So when we're looking at key stats for this week, I mean, it's going to be very, very important that, one, you're accurate with your driver. Two, you can hit far off the tee. And then, of course, approach shots, as always, right? So we look at these key stats here for our model this week, but really it's approach, driving distance, driving accuracy, and then if you sum it up all together, the ball striking metric for PGA is majorly important this week. Majorly important because they've grown out the rough. It's going to be tough times getting out of that rough if you miss the fairways and miss the greens. So this course is going to play so tough that the projected cut line this far out is over par, +2, +3, and the winner is expected to be 9 or 10 under according to the betting markets. So definitely a lot tougher than what we've seen in weeks past. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's talk about this Wednesday update, the big betting market moves. Now, Pinnacle Sports, one of the sharpest sports books in the world, an offshore sports book, takes tons of money every week. And Nir Amada, our plug writer, comes in every Wednesday and looks at who has seen the biggest reduction in their odds to win the tournament. Reduction is a good thing. And we look at when the odds opened to where they are now, Wednesday afternoon. And then he'll also come in Wednesday evening and post an update in our Discord server. So again, another reason to have access there. And if we look here so far as of Wednesday, these are the golfers that have seen the biggest, sharpest line moves in their odds to win the tournament. So pretty eye-popping to see Cameron Champ and Ryan Palmer near the top two guys with cheaper DFS salaries this week. So if you're looking for a bottom-tier salary golfer to help fit your team, you could do worse than these guys, given the fact that they're getting tons of sharp action. Other guys here with big moves, over 30%, Henrik Stenson, Abraham Answer, both over 30%. And then we see some of the studs, which are probably more important considering how low their odds are to start. So any movement in their odds is pretty significant. So we see guys like Hideki, 15%, Patrick Cantlay, 13%, Rory, 13%, Xander, 10%, Berger, 10%, DJ, 7%. Of course, our boy Colin Morikawa, 5%, and then Brooks, 4%. And Jon Rahm has taken some money. He just hasn't seen his odds move just yet. Have a feeling we may see his odds move later tonight. So, starting your player pool with these guys is always a good bet. Then you combine with who Niramata's top plays are further down in the plug, which you'll have to go to occupyfantasy.com to see. And you combine those guys with what our Occupy model is ranking. You get the trifecta overlap of all three. Then you have some good plays. Just remember that Niramata pointed out Brooks last week, finished second. DJ, who was 5% owned with the top 10 finish, led the tournament in birdies or better. So Niramata has actually pinpointed a top 2 finisher in all but one daily plug since the restart. So definitely reason to go read it. All right. So we talked about big market moves. Let's talk about some projected ownership. And if we go over to our Occupy model, occupyfantasy.com ranks every golfer on the slate. If we sort by DraftKings projected ownership, let's get the entire field in here. How about that? And we see Xander, no surprise, with his price and his profile at 21% projected ownership. 3 guys actually fit the 20% or higher threshold. Colin Morikawa and JT join Xander, and then a few other guys here near the top. Cantlay, who we've talked about, Berger, all these guys in the big betting market moves. DJ, Koepka, Webb Simpson, Answer, literally all these guys we've talked about. Let's see if there's any cheaper guys that hit, any 6K guys. Who's the highest 6K guy? It's Ryan Palmer, who, no surprise, in that betting market move. So as always, we like to say, you're playing high-risk contests, you're 100-player leagues, you have tickets to the Millionaire Maker, you're playing other contests with 500 or more players. You want to get a max of 2 to 3 guys, 15% or more. Get 2 to 3 more guys in that 5 to 15% range, and then round out your lineup with just one or two golfers sub 5%. And again, the smaller the contest you play, the more high-owned players you can play because you're not worried as much about duplication. All right, that's enough of the Occupy model. You guys got a nice long peek at it for this week. Let's go back to the plug. All right, so round out this video, let's talk about that trifecta. Let's talk about these players who have seen an overlap in whether it's the model, whether it's the plug by Niramata, whether it's the betting market moves. Here's a list of 6 golfers that meet at least 2 of the 3 criteria that you should consider heavily for your player pool this week. So for those of you who are just waiting for the hashtag picks, here they are. These are the 6 guys you want to look at, get into your lineup this week. Xander, obviously, he actually meets all 3 of the criteria. Written up in the plug, spoiler, near the top of the model, big betting market move. Colin Morikawa hits 2 of the 3. Abraham Answer, as you've probably seen, 2 of the 3. Hideki can always be scary, riding the Hideki train, but he fits the criteria this week. Daniel Berger, right here, fits the mold as well. And then, maybe surprising, but our model is in alignment with Stenson. So it's another cheap play you can use to round out your lineup. So those 6 guys are, as of now, Wednesday afternoon, 6 golfers that fit the mold and have a lot of overlap in both our content and in the betting markets. All right, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you get access to all of our latest videos. It's here or here, popping up on screen. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Questions you have, comment below. We also want to know who's your favorite play. FanDuel, DraftKings, show off. Let us know who you think is going to win the tournament. Comment below with that. Reminder, twitch.tv/OccupyFantasy tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Live Q&A. If you miss it, don't worry. You can always watch the replay. Same link, twitch.tv/OccupyFantasy. And OccupyFantasy.com is where you can read the daily plug, where you can access the Occupy model. Those links to those two tools are in the description below. All right, that'll do it. I'm Brian Jester from Occupy Fantasy. Appreciate you listening. Good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.